Today we're reacting to the latest news in the P Diddy racketeering RICO case. And so this past week they had a hearing in the Diddy case, and we're just gonna look at some of these articles and we're gonna talk about some of the latest news. And so the biggest news to me is that they set a trial date. And so they set a trial date for May 5th, 2025. And Diddy's defense attorneys, rightfully so, are trying to maintain his right to a speedy trial. And so that's why they asked for a trial date this hearing. You know, the general rule is that you don't maintain and push for that right to speedy trial, you can lose that exception if you agree to continuances and things of that nature. That's the general rule. It could be different up there in New York, but from my perspective, I think they are just trying to maintain their right to a speedy trial. And if you don't have a speedy trial for 365 days, I think since you're getting indicted, then that's one more exception that his attorneys could try to get the case get kicked out. Another thing to note is that he has 3 new defense attorneys. I tried to Google them, but my little research for this video, I couldn't find them yet. Hopefully I can find who his 3 new defense attorneys are, and I can post them in his, on the overview of this video. And so I'm sure that they are attorneys that have defended high-profile people in the past. I heard a rumor from a news video on YouTube that one of the attorneys defended Sam Bankman-Friedman. Well, you know what happened in that trial. He went to jail, I think, for 20 years. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. But I'm sure he got experienced, well-qualified attorneys defending him. So what else we got for these updates? The prosecution said they're ready to go at any time, and that they will be able to, they think that their case trial will last 3 weeks for them to push their case. Now, them saying that they are ready to go at any time, every attorney says that. I say that, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But who don't like additional time? But they're saying they're ready to go. P Diddy defense lawyers said that their case will take about a week to defend their trial. So I guess with the prosecution say it will take them 3 weeks at trial for them to prosecute this case, and the defense say it take a week. I guess we're looking at about a month trial. I think it's going to take longer because there's going to be a whole lot of evidence. They got terabytes of data and pictures they took. I'm sure there's going to be lots of witnesses. I don't think we're going to be looking at a YSL length of trial, but I'm sure this trial will probably take about 2-3 months. But I am excited to see it. I'm ready to see some good lawyering. So I'm ready to see how the state tries to ties all this together. And I'm ready to see Diddy's defend this case. One thing I've seen in these articles that they said Diddy might actually testify. Usually in criminal cases, defendants don't testify. Man, I guess it's better in high-profile cases that the defendants testify. But normally, the general rule is you don't want your defendant to testify in a criminal case. Not general rule, but general practice amongst lawyers. Also, on Wednesday, Diddy's defense filed a motion accusing the government of leaking that Cassie video of him beating a woman in the hotel. And so I think that's them starting the process to keep that video out of court. And I don't know if they're going to be able to keep it out of court. We have to look up some exceptions to what will keep that video out of court. But I'm sure they're going to let that video stay in court. I think a lot of their evidence is based around, that video coming out. And so Diddy's team believes that the government is the one who released that video. And so that's why they filed this motion. So the prosecutors are saying, no, that video didn't come out until after the indictment. And the judge went on to say, to make sure I quote him right. Okay, I'm sorry. The judge didn't say this. The prosecutor for the U.S. Attorney's Office of Southern District, New York, wrote to the judge saying the government was not in possession of the video before its publication by CNN, and so there's no factual assertions for Diddy's position. So that's just them arguing. I mean, it was all over the news. I don't see how they didn't have possession of the video. That's crazy. And so this CNN article doesn't say if it was ruled upon, whether they're going to kick the video out or not. But I'm sure they're going to leave that video in, and that's going to be a big issue coming towards trial. Is that video going to stay in trial? Is that video not going to stay in court, for trial? Can the jury see that video or not? So that's going to be a good battle to watch, you guys. A good evidence rule for all my lawyers and law students. It's going to be a good thing for learning about evidence rules. And I want to see how they do it, too. All right. And so on October 1st, there was a press conference held by Attorney Busby. I wonder where he's from. That 120 people had come forward with new sexual assault charges against Diddy. Now, I seen this coming. There was already been filed last year after he settled that Cassie case so quick. It was 3 people filing his charges, trying to get settlements. But this one, 120 people coming out since he been indicted. But we seen this coming, and I'm sure majority of those are frivolous. But you never know. Some of them might be, serious. I don't want to downplay, sexual assault because it's very serious. But we all know how this goes. Every time somebody settles a sexual assault case or get arrested for sexual assault, 1,000 people come and file sexual assault cases. I hope that most of these cases are frivolous because I hate to see, people go through that. But I respect all sexual assault victims, but y'all know what I'm getting at here. And the last thing is that Diddy's still being held in jail, and his next hearing is December 18th. Couldn't find any information regarding what's they're hearing about. This is a federal court case. I think I need to try to can I pull the case up online? Because some federal court cases are public. I know they are in Mississippi. Anybody make a patient account in Mississippi, look it up. I don't know how it is up there. And so I might be showing my ignorance by not knowing how it is up there. I'm down here in the South, guys. I'm not up there in New York. I'm sure New York lawyers are like, man, just, anybody live in it. But so I guess we'll do another update after this December 18th here. I'm wondering what's it about. I have to look at the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure again. I do criminal law, but most of the criminal law I do is in Mississippi State criminal law. And so I know the Mississippi Rules of Criminal Procedure pretty well. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to talk about that, do a quick update on the Diddy case. They had a hearing this past week. He had some new attorneys. He got a new attorney team. Trial has been set for May 5th, 2025. That's the day after my birthday. Trial's probably going to take, and they're saying 4 weeks. I'm saying it'll be probably 2-3 months as they get more evidence. And then also, Diddy's team has already started trying to keep that video from being shown at trial of him beating Cassie. And lastly, 120 people have sued Diddy for sexual assault. I always wondered why people resort to suing these people for sexual assault versus just filing charges. So that's always been interesting to me. And lastly, this next hearing, December 18th. So guys, what do you think about this case? How far do you think it's gonna go? I'm sure everybody knows it's probably gonna go to trial. I think Diddy's gonna get off? I'm ready to see more and more evidence come out of this case. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below about how far you think this case is gonna go. Where you think Diddy's gonna get off. Also, check out the video when I broke down the criminal indictment when it first came out in September. All right, well, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in this video.